greetings, everybody. It's I'm Sonic Daybreaker here. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. And if you were wondering, I was like, gee whiz, what do you think I'm doing, eh? Trying to find jobs, yes. Besides, there's a new deck profile. You would even thought about what I'm doing. Oh, yes. Triple D's to be precise, yes. Triple D's, yeah. Anyways, we're gonna go to the deck profile, alright? Of course you knew why I like this, yes? Yes, that's right. That's right. Of course. Of course. Yeah, of course, yes. Oops. There we go. There we go. There we go. Yes, of course. Well, you know why, because number one, I'm always into elevator filming, yes. I mean, not much, you know. But don't forget to subscribe, okay, everybody? So, yeah. So yeah, we're gonna go to the deck profile right now. Yeah, featuring the ones from Doom of Dimensions. Yep. So for the monsters, consist of triple copies of Doom King Armageddon, Declan Akaba's Ace. Yeah, because it's pendulum scale of 4. I mean, once a turn I can target a double D or triple D monster I control, and it gains only 800 attack till the end of the turn. You know. I mean, once per turn, if a monster I control is destroyed by battle or card effect, I mean, seriously, I can have it gain the attack points equal to destroy monster attack points if anyone would try to attack it, or bring it with Crystal Wing. Yeah, I mean, seriously, Crystal Wing could be a bad problem, you know, for this. It could gain these attack points, yeah? But it cannot attack my opponent directly during the turn I activate the effect. I mean, it cannot be destroyed by spell and trap effects that don't target it. Like Lightning Storm, or like Geki, whatever. Yeah. Or Mirror Force, maybe. That's what Doom King would look good for, yeah? I like running double copies of Oblivion Kingdom's Ragnarok. I mean, the reason why I run this is, Pendulum Scale is 5, yeah? I mean, if I special summon a double D monster, except the intercept, I can target any double D or triple D monster in any graveyard, and my opponent takes half the battle damage, and I can special summon it, yeah? And the problem is, I take 1,000 damage, yeah. That's why. Unless I have Oracle King Dark, I can gain it instead, yeah. But when I summon it, I can target a triple D monster in my graveyard, and I can special summon it. Like Doom King, maybe. Or I can just tribute any other double D or triple D monster I like, and I can target one monster my opponent controls, and I can banish it, yeah. I mean, that could be a good card, yeah? Maybe. Also, 2 copies of Double D Savant Kepler. This is the only scale you like. I mean, if you place it on a scale, you can't pendulum summon monsters except Double D monsters. Its effect cannot be negated. I mean, during the standby phase, this card's pendulum scale is reduced by 2. But besides, I don't need to run Galilei, you know. I mean, its scale is increased by 2, you know. But this one, yeesh. If you destroy all monsters I control with a level greater than or equal to this card's pendulum scale except double D monsters. But when I summon it, I can activate one of those effects, like targeting one other double D card I control and return it to the hand, or add a Dark Contract card from my deck to the hand. Good searcher, you know. I also like running 1 copy of the new card, Triple D Zero Doom Queen Machine X. During the main phase, when I'm activating the Pendulum Zone this turn, I can place a Dark Contract Continuous Spell or Trap card from my deck face up on the field, yeah? I can only use this effect once a turn, you know? I mean, seriously, yeah? Because if a face up Triple D or Dark Contract card I control is destroyed while face up in the extra deck, I can special summon it, then I can destroy a card on the field, yeah? But if this card in the monster zone is destroyed, I can place it in the Pendulum Zone. I mean, I can only use this effect once a turn, you know? I mean, Zero Doom Queen Machine X could come in handy, maybe, or sometime. I like running the other Triple Ds, like Superman Zero King Maxwell. I mean, what does that do, you ask? Well, in the pendulum effect, I can target one face-up monster on the field, its defense points become 0. I mean, I can only use this pendulum effect once a turn, and before damage count, when it attacks an opponent's defense position monster, I can change that defense points to 0, plus it deals piercing, you know? Plus, I don't take any battle damage from battles involving this card, yeah? I also like only one copy of Zero King of Place. I mean, during the main phase, I can add a face-up Triple D Pendulum monster from my extra deck to the hand. I mean, I can always use this effect once a turn, yeah? I mean, I can special summon this by tributing a Triple D monster like a Zero King Maxwell, or Machine X, or Doom Kill whichever I want, or Ability King of this Ragnarok. And it battles an opponent's monster, its attack points become double the monster's original attack points to activate the effect until the end of a damage step. But when it attacks a defense position monster, my opponent takes piercing damage, yeah? Besides, if it will be destroyed by battle each turn, it is not destroyed, and I don't take any battle damage from that battle due to Destiny's Zero King of Place. I was like wanting Vice King Requiem. The reason why I run this is I can target any number of Dark Contract cards I control. I can destroy them, and I can special summon this from my Pendulum Zone, and I can increase or decrease its level by the number destroyed. Any Dark Contract cards, yeah? But I can only use this effect once, Pendulum effect once a turn. But this monster effect, saying I cannot special summon monsters except Triple D monsters, and a Triple D monster that was Fusion, Synchro, Xyz, or Link summon using this card on the field as material gains the effect. Once a turn, I can target a card on the field, and I can shuffle a Dark Contract card from my field of graveyard to deck, and I can destroy it, and I gain 1,000 life points. I can only use this monster effect of Vice King Requiem once a turn, you know, yeah. I also like running one go Triple D Zero King Rage. It's pendulum effect. If I don't take any effect damage, I don't take any effect damage, and I can normal summon a level 5 or higher Double D monster or Triple D monster without any tributing. But I can only use this pendulum effect of go Zero King Divine King Rage once a turn. Once a turn. This monster effect is not going to help, you know. When it clears an attack, or if my opponent's life points are 4,000 or less, I can make this card gain attack points equal to my opponent's life points at the end of the turn, and it cannot be destroyed by battle. I don't take any damage when battles involving it. I can tribute one other monster and apply one of those effects. Like it can't attack directly, cannot activate cards or effects while in the spell and trap card zone, and my opponent cannot activate card effects in their hand or graveyard. What do you think with Zero King of Place? Not sure about that. Even if I would use Chaos King Apocalypse, that could come in handy. Also, I like running Yellow King Leonidas as well. Besides, if I take effect damage, I can destroy his cards, and any effect that will inflict damage to a player increases their life points by the same amount instead. But when I took effect damage, I can special summon it, and I gain the life points equal to the effect damage I took. Besides, as long as Yellow King Leonidas is in play, I don't take any damage. That could be a good card to play. I also like running Quad D, Super Dimensional Sovereign Emperor Paradox. I don't even know what I think of how powerful this is. It could be a good one better than Kepler or Newton. If I pendulum summon a monster while the total pendulum square the pendulum zones are higher than the total levels, I can special summon it. It's a monster effect. Yeah, I can destroy as many other cards on the field as possible. I can place it in the pendulum zone. Besides, if an artifact on Triple D monster I control leaves the field by spell card or effect, his attack points become 6,000. OMG. And due to his pendulum zone, I can target one card in my opponent's pendulum zone. I can special summon it. And if I do, I can place this card to my pendulum zone. Besides, I can destroy during the end phase of the next turn. I can only use this pendulum effect once a turn. But anyways, that's all for those Triple Ds. I can go to other Double D monsters I like running. Like 2 copies of Double D Swirl Slime. With Swirl Slime, if it's in my hand, I can fusion summon any of my Triple D fusion monsters from my extra deck using monsters from my hand as fusion material, including it, as well as Necro Slime. But due to Swirl Slime, I can banish it from my graveyard, and I can special summon any Double D or Triple D monster, like Chaos King Apocalypse or Doom King Armageddon, whatever it is. Or any other Triple D monster I like. With Necro Slime, if it's in my graveyard, I can fusion summon any Triple D fusion monster from my extra deck by banishing the fusion materials from my graveyard. Of course, you knew what it looks like. Yeah, I mean, even though I would bring out Organ King, Dark, or Flame King, Dingus, whichever it is, even if I use Vice Typhon, I mean, one copy of Vice Typhon would have done better, yeah. With Swirl Slime and Vice Typhon, yeah. And when normal summon, I can tribute any other Double D monster, and special summon a level 7 Triple D monster from my deck, yeah. But if it's in the graveyard, this turn, during my main phase, I can usually summon a layer higher Triple D or Double D monster, Triple D monster by my extra deck by banishing the fusion materials listed on it from my graveyard, including it. I mean, even Vice Typhon will come in handy. But I only have to do that during my turn only. Yep, during my main phase only, my turn as well, yeah. Yeah. Also, I like running one Savant Copernicus. Why, you ask? Because when summoned, yeah. Because when I summon it, what do? I mean, due to the pendulum effect, I mean, I can't pendulum summon monsters except Double D monsters, but its effect cannot be negated. And besides, once while it's my pendulum zone, and yes, I can negate an activated effect that would have any activated spell effect that I could take damage from, then I destroy it, yeah. And also, I like running Double D Savant Newton. Reason why I like running this. Ah, the connection isn't working. Yeah, having technical difficulties, guys. Oh boy. Yep. That's weird. Yep. I like running one Double D Savant Newton. I mean, why? Because I can't just like the other effect, you know? I mean, like the other effect, I mean, if a trap effect would be active, I can negate any trap effect that would inflict damage to me. I mean, Savant Copernicus, when I summon it, I can send a Double D or Dark Contract card from my deck to the graveyard. I can only use the monster effect once a turn, yeah. I mean, seriously. What will I even do without this, yeah? And due to Savant Newton, I can discard this card, then target one Double D or Dark Contract card in my graveyard. I can add to the hand, yeah. That's why I like running this. I also like running two of the new ones from Dual Dimensions, like Double D Lance Soldier. I mean, why do I run Double D Lance Soldier? It's a tuner, because I can target one Double D monster I control, and I can increase its level by the number of Dark Contract cards on the field and in my graveyard. I mean, who knows what I'd do without this, yeah? And if it's in my graveyard, I can destroy target a Dark Contract card I control, destroy it, and I can special summon it, but I'd have to banish it when it leaves the field. Including this Defense Soldier, yeah. And what do I do with it? I can target one Double D card in my pendulum, Double D or Triple D card in my pendulum zone, like my, any kind, like Sovereign Emperor, or Zero Queen, Doom Queen Machine X, yeah? And special summon it, and I can banish Double D monster from my graveyard, and if my Double D monster attacks this turn, my opponent can activate cards or effects, you know? I hate flies. They're irritating me. And besides, I can banish this from my graveyard, and I can add one Double D Pendulum monster from my face of extra deck or graveyard to the hand. I mean, that's why Defense Soldier comes in handy. Yep. Especially some others, including Double D Orthros, Cerberus, Perfumet, Lilith, Savant Thomas, yep, Lania, Arc, and 3 Surveyors. The dog, yep, the dog. That includes, and also, yep, the dog, and run Double D Double D Evil, Griffin. I mean, with Griffin, I can target one feed type monster I control and gains 500 attack points. For each Dark Contract spell or trap card with different names until the end phase. End of his turn, yeah. For each Dark Contract card, yeah. I mean, I can only use this effective Griffin, you know. When I have a Double D monster, I can special summon in defense position. But if it's Pendulum Summon, I can discard any Double D or Dark Contract card like any kind and draw a card. But if it's special summon from the graveyard, I can add a Double D card to my deck to the hand if I were to use him in Griffin. And also included are the Double D Ghost and the Double D Night Howl. Yep. Due to Double D Night Howl, I mean, Double D Ghost will be easy, but you can try one Double D Monster Dark Contract card in my graveyard, and I can send a card from my deck to the graveyard with the same name. I mean, if I were to use 2 Burfomets, what would happen? Yeah, 2 Burfomets, yeah. But besides, if it's banished, I can return one of my banished Dark Double D Monsters or Dark Contract cards, and I can return them to the graveyard. I mean, Night Howl can come in handy if I want to link summon into Abyss King Gilgamesh or Sky King Zeus Regron, which I have already. I mean, that could come in handy, probably. I mean, and also for the Surveyors, I like running Count Surveyor, Extra Surveyor, and Skeleton. And Scale Surveyor. I mean, what do I do if I run these? I mean, I'm not sure what I do. Ah, yes. Not even easy. I mean, what do you think I'd do without these? I mean, sitting here, it's buffering still. There. I mean, let's see. Besides, yep. Besides, due to Extra Surveyor, due to Count Surveyor, I mean, if I punch summon 2D monster, anytime it recalls our border control with the same type of attributes each, I attribute those 2 face-up monsters, and I can, and the third gains the attack and defense equal. I don't even like this. I mean, what I do is Count Surveyor, I can just discard one other Double D monster and special summon it. I mean, when I am normal or special summon it, I can add one of my Double D or Triple D monsters that have 0 attack and defense from my deck to the hand. I mean, they can only use each effect once turn. I would add Extra Surveyor, or Scale Surveyor, or Lance Soldier, whatever it is. I mean, who knows what happens if I dare try to... I mean, who knows what I do happens if it's banished. I mean, if I discard it, I can add a face-up Double D monster from my extra deck to the hand. I mean, and if it's banished, I can look at I can banish the top cards on my opponent's deck, equal to the number of the face-up Pendulum monsters in their extra deck. I mean, and I can make one other Double D monster gain 200 attack points for each card banished. I mean, Scale Surveyor will look good. Once during the standby phase, I can tell you 2 cards in the Pendulum Zones, and the Pendulum Zones become 0. I mean, even if I dare to use that on any Pendulum deck, but if I have a Double D Pendulum monster card, I can special summon it, and if it's, I can make this level 4. So I send to the graveyard, add to the extra deck face up, and you tell me one Double D or Triple D Pendulum monster I control and return it to the hand. I mean, that could possibly work for these. So all for the spells, all for the monsters, we'll go with the spells. Spells consist of triple copies of Dark Contract with the Gate. Reason why I run this, because during the main phase, I can add one Double D monster from my Triple D monster from my deck to the hand. But problem is, I take 1,000 points of damage, and I don't like it. Yep. Also, I like running other Dark Contract cards, like Dark Contract with the Zero King. It's brand new, yeah? Because with that, I can add up any, it's treated as a Double D card as well. I mean, uh-oh, about to sneeze. Excuse me. Excuse me. What it does is what it does. I can target one Double D card I control, except Dark Contract with the Zero King, and I can destroy it, and I can special summon that Double D monster from my deck. And I can't special summon monsters for the rest of the turn except Double D monsters. or triple D monsters, whichever it is. And I can only use its effect of Zero King once a turn, and I take 1,000 damage during my standby phase. I mean, for the 2 fusion spells, I would consider running Dark Contract with the Swamp King. Why? Because during the main phase, I can fusion summon one fiend-type fusion monster from my extra deck, using monsters from my hand or field as fusion materials. But if I were to summon a double D or triple D fusion monster this way, I can just banish monsters from my graveyard, you know? I mean, once a turn, I can only take 1,000 damage. I mean, I can only use this effect of Swamp King once a turn. The other one I like running is Forbidden Dark Contract with the Swamp King. You see, during the main phase, I can special summon a triple D monster from my hand in defense position, but I can negate its effects, you know? But once a turn, I can fusion summon a fiend-type fusion monster. So my extra deck using the monsters from my hand or field as materials, including a monster that was special summoned. But there's a nasty effect. Like once a turn during the standby phase, I take 2,000 points of damage. I mean, I love running one copy of Dark Contract with entities. Why? Because when a triple D monster of the below card type is special summoned from my extra deck to my field, I can activate one of the appropriate effects, you know? If it's fusion, I gain 1,000 life points. Synchro, my opponent cannot target that monster's special summon with card effects. If it takes these, I get banish a card from my field or graveyard. Pendulum, I draw a card and discard a card, but the nasty effect, once returned during the standby phase, take 2,000 damage. That could not be good. And the other Dark Contract card I like running will be Yamin Kai. I mean, during the standby phase, I take 1,000 points of damage, yeah. For this one, I mean, I can only use one of the following effects of Dark Contract with the Young Makai once a turn, you know? I mean, seriously. During the main phase, I can target one double D pendulum monster in my graveyard, and I can just replace double D or triple D monster in my graveyard, and I can just replace it to the pendulum zone. Or I can place one from my extra deck face up in the pendulum zone. Like that, see? I also like running the field spell, Dark Contract with padded license. I mean, if my opponent is supposed to summon monsters with the same card type, like Fusion, Synchro, Xyz, or Link, as a triple D monster I control, my opponent takes 1,000 damage. But while it's on the field, my opponent cannot special summon monsters with the same card type as a summoned monster. But if it's sent to the graveyard, I get a double D monster from my graveyard, or a face-up pendulum double D face-up pendulum monster from my extra deck back to the hand. I mean, seriously, that could be easy, you know, if I were to use those. Great. The next one last two spells I like running will be Burial from a Different Dimension and Monster Reborn. Why? Because I always like running those. I mean, it could be easy, you know. It's all for those spells I have. We'll go with the traps. I think for the traps, I considered running one copy of Contract Laundering. Reason why I like running Contract Laundering is because of I can destroy as many Dark Contract cards I control in my spell and trap card zones as possible, and if I do, I can draw the same number of cards destroyed, and then I regain 1,000 life points for each card I drew with this effect. I mean, if I want Emergency Provision, that would possibly do good for me. I also like running some other double D or triple D trap cards, like Recruits, Reroll, so that Dark Contract cards can't be destroyed by card effects, yeah. But I can banish it, then target 3 of my banished double D or triple D cards and shuffle them to the deck. One copy of triple D Contract Change, I mean, that could come in handy, you know. I will use the second effect, like add an 04 lower double D Pendulum monster. I also like run triple D Headhunt, because with that, when I have a triple D monster, I can target one face up monster my opponent controls, and I can take control of it to the end phase of the next turn, but its effects are negated, and it could not declare an attack. If it's a monster special summon from the extra deck, I can treat that as a Triple D monster. I also like running Triple D human resources. Well, I can shuffle 3 cards from the deck in any combination from my hand, field, or graveyard, and slash or Double D cards in my pendulum zone to the deck, yeah, and I can add 2 Double D monsters from my deck to the hand. I mean, it could possibly come in handy if they were to get negated. But beware, don't want you to get attacked directly. Now for a continuous Dark Contract trap card, so I consider running would be Dark Contract with a different dimension. Because once a turn during my standby phase, I take 1,000 damage from that. And by the way, I can only use each of the following effects of Dark Contract with a different dimension once a turn. I mean, I can shuffle 2 Dark Contract cards from my graveyard to the deck, and I can target 1 card in my opponent's field and slash or graveyard and banish it. Oh boy. Allergy season. But if it's destroyed, I can gain 5 more life points. Then if it was destroyed by an opponent's card effect, I gain an extra 500 for that one. Also, I can play 1 Dark Contract with the arrows. I mean, once a turn, if I have a Double D monster, I can negate all trap effects on the field. For the rest of this turn, yeah? I mean, even if it left the field. I mean, once a turn during this standby phase, I take 1,000 damage. And I don't like it. I like running 1 copy of Eternal Darkness. Why? Because while I have 2 or more 2 Double D cards in my pendulum zones, my opponent cannot target monsters on the field with spell trap effects, tribute them for a tribute summon, nor use them as materials for fusion, synchro, or XZ summoning. I mean, can't even, if any player runs a Monarch deck, they cannot tribute summon. Yeah, I mean, once a turn during the standby phase, I take 1,000 damage. I mean, that's not a good effect, including with Dark Contract with the Witch. I mean, I can just send a Double D or Dark Contract card from my hand to the graveyard, and I can target a card in the field and destroy it, yeah? I mean, during my opponent's turn, all fiend-type monsters I control get 1,000 attack during my opponent's turn only, yeah? I mean, I take 1,000 damage from that. Due to standby phase, due to Witch effect. Once a turn, yeah, during the standby phase. My standby phase. And the last card, Jar of Avarice. Now we go to the extra deck. Extra deck fusion monsters consist of Dragonbane King Beowulf, you know? Dragonbane King Beowulf could be a good card, you know, to run. I mean, he deals, any Triple D monster can deal piercing. I mean, during standby phase, I can destroy all spell and trap cards on the field, yeah. Try to use that in my locals without the Zeus King. Also like running Flame King Genghis, yep. Could be the only card I like running, because if I would have run Wise King Alfred in the Burst Protocol, I mean, I'd be putting this in my side deck. I mean, if another Double D monster special summon, I can bring back another one from my graveyard, yeah? Especially like the Flame High King Genghis. I mean, if another Double D monster is normal or special summon, I can bring back one from my graveyard. Double D or Triple D, yeah? Besides, if Flame King Genghis is destroyed, I can target a Dark Contract card and add to the hand. I mean, due to Flame High King Genghis' effect, you see once per my turn when the spell trap is activated, I can negate it. I mean, seriously, that could be easy, you know. Only once per my turn. I also like running 1 Oracle King Dark, because any damage that I would take makes me gain that much life points. I also like running 1 Super Doom King Purple Armageddon. The last time I used that was back in my shop tournament. I mean, seriously, that could be good, yeah? I mean, Dimensional King Arc Crisis is the ultimate boss monster. Yep. Because its pendulum effect, I can target any number of Dark Contract cards. And what do? I can destroy him, but I can special summon his main Doom King pendulum monsters from my deck or extra deck. If I were to bring 3 Doom Kings. And yeah, I mean, the fusion materials require 4 feed type monsters, 1 fusion, synchro, XZ, and pendulum. It must either be fusion summon or special summon from my face down extra deck by bashing the above cards from my field or graveyard. Besides, whichever method I use. And what do you think happens if it's special summon? I can negate all the effects of all face-up monsters my opponent currently controls, and it can attack all my opponent's monsters once each. And if it's destroyed, I can place it in the pendulum zone. I mean, that could come in handy, you know? That's all for the fusion monsters. Now, we go to the synchro. Synchro monsters, I want Curse King Siegfried, because with this, I can negate any face-up spell or trap card my opponent controls, you know? Quick effect until the end of until the next standby phase, yeah? But if it's destroyed by battle card effect, I can it's sent to the graveyard, I gain 1,000 life points for each card sent. I like running one Gust High King Alexander. I mean, if 3 or more Triple D monsters are on the field, it gains 6,000 attack points. I mean, and if another Triple D monster is normal or special summoned at the field, I can target another one of my graveyard and special summon it, yeah? My call uses this effect of Gust High King Alexander once a turn. I also like running First King Clovis. I mean, when Synchro summoned, I can target one of my banished Double D monsters, or if I have a Dark Contract card on the field, I can target one of my graveyard instead and I can special summon it. Besides, if it's banished, it can, my Double D monsters can deal piercing damage this turn. That's why I like running this. And also, Super Doom King Biomageddon. I mean, that could come in handy, you know? Can't target monsters with card effects. That's what I like about this kind. So for the synchros, here are the XEs. XEs, I like running Device or King Gears Machine X. How? I can, well, we have a card my Pendulum Zone, I can target one Pendulum monster I control in my graveyard. Then I can spell a summoner from my other Pendulum Zone, then I can place the targeted monster to the Pendulum Zone, yeah? But I can also Z-summon this by, using a Triple D monster I control as material. And yeah, once per chain, when a monster card is activates the effect, I can either quick effect, either I attach 2 overlay units, or destroy a Dark Contract card, whichever comes first, yeah? And I can attach it to it as an overlay unit. And during the standby phase, I can place it to the Pendulum Zone. And yeah, we'll do that, but maybe not. Also, one Super Doom King Dark Armageddon. Once a turn, if a Double D card, I mean seriously. I can spell summon one Xyz monster from my extra deck, yeah. For my other Pendulum Zone, yeah. I mean, it cannot be Pendulum summoned, and when Xyz summoned, I can attach another face-up Double D Pendulum monster from my extra deck to it as material. And Pendulum monsters I control cannot be destroyed by card effects. I mean, once a turn, I can attach it over you, and I can target monsters my opponent controls equal to the number of Pendulum monsters, and I can destroy them. I mean, if it's destroyed, I can place it in the Pendulum Zone. I also like running one Wise King Solomon. The reason why I like running one Wise King Solomon, I mean, I can detach an overlay unit, and I can add a Double D card from my deck to the hand. But if it's banished, I can target a Double D effect monster I control, and I can apply these effects, and it gains the effect to the end of a turn. I mean, if it destroys a monster by battle, my opponent, if it's banished, yeah. But if it's banished, actually, apply the effect, yeah, to run Double D or Triple D effect monster. But when it destroys a monster by battle, my opponent takes damage equal to that monster's original attack points, yeah. That's why I like running this, yeah. I can only use Wise King Solomon once a turn. And yes, the big monsters I like running, Abyss King Gilgamesh and Sky King Zeus Ragnarok. I mean, Abyss King Gilgamesh requires 2 Double D monsters. I mean, when special summoned, I can activate this effect, you know? I can place 2 Double D Pendulum monsters with different names from my deck to the Pendulum Zones, and I think with that, I take 1,000 damage. But if it is destroyed, I can bring out any Triple D monster I want, any kind I like, from the extra deck. It depends on which one, yeah? Like Sky King Zeus Ragnarok, which I run. Because due to Sky King Zeus Ragnarok, I can tell you one Double D or Dark Contract card I control, and I can destroy it, and I can conduct one Pendulum summon of any Triple D or Double D monsters in addition. But when my opponent activates a monster effect in my hand, I can banish a Double D monster or Dark Contract card to my graveyard to negate the activation. That's why I can only use Sky King Zeus Ragnarok once a turn. I mean, that could be good, you know? Also, for my side deck, I consider running another Double D Boffelman. if I dare to use, oh well, Ghost and Berthelmet, yeah. And I will send another one. I mean, I also like running Savat Nicola on my side deck, if you hadn't remembered. I mean, Savat Thomas would come in handy, yeah. I don't even know what to think. I mean, even from the others, consider running Wave Oblivion, King Caesar, Ragnarok, Gust King Alexander, the original, which I used to. Even these models like Wave King Caesar, Wave High King, and Duodon. I mean, that could be the only side deck, you know. Hopefully, I can try to go film plenty of elevators. If I, can, that is. Well then, this is Most Sonic Daybreaker, signing off.
Thanks for watching, everybody. I hope you enjoyed. Don't forget to subscribe by clicking here. If you want to watch more videos, click either one of them.